What if I could tell you you're not stupid, nor an idiot, nor dumb, but you're simply robbed of opportunities? Sit down with me and let's have a chat about this concept. Some of us would question, why am I like this? Why don't I simply have the skills that I need to be able to succeed in life? For me personally, public speaking is a skill that I've always wanted to obtain, but I am 22. I ramble over my words. I mumble as I speak. I know nothing about breath control, and I simply cannot sit in front of people and deliver a task. Social anxiety gets the best of me. And plus, being an introverted doesn't make it any easier. So I would question, why? Why am I like this? Why do I have to be different? But let's hop onto an imaginary time machine and let's go back into my childhood. And I'll explain to you, why don't I have the skill of public speaking? I grew up in Africa, migrated to Australia when I was 8. In this big city, I had no friends, and simply I could not communicate. I had to learn how to speak English from the beginning. Fast forward, I'm in year 7, 12 years old. Different environment. I've just left high school. I've just left primary school. Now I'm in high school. Big change, a culture shock. I'm now forced to make friends. I struggled with making friends. And I had no adult to grab my hand and to tell me, hey, you need to communicate. You cannot simply sit by yourself and isolate yourself. It's not healthy for you. I had no adult to push me out of my comfort zone. So I grew up thinking that this is who I'm meant to be. This is simply who I am meant to be. I'm not greater, I'm not less. This is who I'm meant to be, and I cannot simply change. So I had this concept growing up, and I simply could not change. Now fast forward, now I'm 22, I'm thinking to myself, oh, I cannot communicate because why? I have spent the entirety of my life unable to communicate. I was always mute. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't do anything. When I'm placed in situations where I have to communicate with my peers, I struggled. I had low self-esteem. Comparison. I would always compare myself to them. And once this comparison began to manifest, I would shy away. And I would isolate myself. And can you see how in my childhood I was robbed of opportunities? I was simply robbed. But imagine if I had the opportunity to have an adult to guide me through the stages of life. If I had an opportunity for an adult to hold on to my hands and force me to speak and force me to be uncomfortable. If I had an adult that could do that for me, would I be where I am today? No, of course not. I wouldn't be where I am today. And the skill of public speaking, I would definitely be competent in this skill by right now if I had those opportunities. So I don't believe in the saying that some people are born smart or intelligent, or some people are born non-intelligent. I simply do not believe that. I believe that we are all born intelligent. Why? Because we are creations. And who is a creator? God. God is not stupid. God is not stupid. And he simply says we are made in his image. So that means that a part of his DNA is in us. And if he can create humans, if he can create the brains, the minds of human beings, the eyes of human beings, he's not an idiot. And so are we. We're not an idiot as well. Right? The difference between a smart person, a person that is intelligent in a specific field, and a person that is not intelligent in that specific field is simply opportunities. That's it. This person A, when you look at their childhood, they were given the opportunity to succeed, while person B was not. They were simply robbed of opportunities. So you're not stupid. You're not dumb. Stop saying that to yourself. You're simply robbed of opportunities. So the next minute you said to yourself, I'm stupid. I can't do this. I want you to rephrase that and tell yourself, I was robbed of opportunities. Because if you change your mindset, if you change your thinking to that, what are you going to do? You're going to sit down and say, okay, fine. I was robbed of opportunities. But what can I do now to be able to receive those opportunities now? What can I do now? Whatever skill that it is that you want to be good at. For me, it's public speaking. I had to ask myself, okay, in my childhood, I was robbed of this skill, but what can I do now to fix this? I had to ask myself that question. And when I found out there's numerous information out there, there's numerous amounts of opportunities out there. I just need to push myself. That will enable me to be able to obtain this skill of public speaking. So for me at the moment, I communicate daily. I simply, every opportunity that I'm given to speak, I will speak. Whether I'm speaking the right thing or the wrong things, I'll simply just speak. YouTube as well. YouTube as well too. I go on YouTube, I look at some of the best public speakers. I look at how they communicate and how I communicate, and then begin to compare myself to them. And also, I've been able to join a Toastmaster as well. Joining a Toastmaster, sorry guys, I'm so sorry. By joining a Toastmaster, I'll be able to push myself. By joining a Toastmaster, I'll be able to push myself out of my comfort zone. Because public speaking, you need to be able to be confident. You need to be able to do the things that nobody else wants to do. You need to be able to influence an audience. And sometimes it requires for you to push yourself. So just think about it. If you still have that same mindset, if you still tell yourself you're stupid, you're incapable, all these things, you can sit there and tell yourself that. But what is that doing to you? What is that doing to you? Are you finding any solutions? Of course not, because you're simply just sitting there. Your mind is drained out. You're telling yourself you're stupid day and night. What is that doing to your subconscious mind? Because the subconscious mind is a powerful tool that we have, but be mindful that it could turn against you. If you tell your subconscious mind, you're stupid, you're dumb, you're idiot, guess what? When you're required to be smart, when you're required to be intelligent in a specific task, guess what? Your subconscious mind will turn against you, and you say what? And simply would say, you have told me I'm incapable. So what makes you think that right now? What makes you think that right now are you going to be able to do this task? And what makes you think that I'm going to help you? It doesn't work like that. So think about it. What are you doing to yourself? Simply think about it.